Today on Forbes, this former billionaire and new U.S. Senator is now broke. When West Virginia Governor James Conley Justice II finishes out his gubernatorial term in mid-January and reports to Washington, D.C. to be sworn into the United States Senate, he will become one of the nation's poorest senators. But how can that be? After all, for nearly a decade until 2021, Forbes figured Justice to be a billionaire, the richest man in the Mountain State, thanks to a lifetime amassing a fortune in coal and real estate, with gems like the historic 710-room Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia's Allegheny Mountains, with its golf course that has hosted the annual Live Golf Tournament. But a closer look at Justice's finances reveals that his empire is severely troubled. The Greenbrier, for example, is suffering from years of neglect and may now be worth less than half the $1 billion value Justice long claimed. Justice's coal companies, led by Bluestone Resources, still mine about 500,000 tons per year, but that is down from 2 million tons a decade ago. They likely generate $150 million in revenues and have an enterprise value less than $200 million. Those are substantial assets, but Justice's liabilities are much greater. According to Forbes estimates, Jim Justice is in hock to the tune of more than $1 billion in the form of personally guaranteed bank loans, debt, court judgments, and environmental liabilities. By Forbes' reckoning, the new Republican senator from West Virginia has a net worth of less than zero. Justice's attorneys and spokespeople have not responded to Forbes' repeated requests for comment. Keeping an eye on every nickel is Justice's most concerned creditor, publicly traded Carter Bank shares of Martinsville, Virginia, a $4.6 billion in assets community bank known as, quote, the home of lifetime free checking. Justice personally owes Carter some $375 million. The loans are secured by the first lien on the Greenbrier and many other assets. When Justice defaulted on his payments in early 2024, Carter announced that it would hold a public auction of the resort, only calling off the auction in late June after Justice promised to at least make $2 million in monthly interest payments. Carter is so concerned over Justice's debts that it has forced the liquidation of collateral, including thousands of acres auctioned in Greenbrier and Monroe counties. Other creditors are also coming for West Virginia's 73-year-old freshman senator. Last January, Russia's Carolang Investments Limited, which is due $10 million in royalties on Justice's coal mines, won a court order to seize the Justice family helicopter, which they sold for $1.4 million. In June, a court ordered U.S. Marshals to help Carolang seize enough assets from Justice family coal companies to cover the rest. Then in October, distressed debt investors McCormick 101 and Beltway Capital of Maryland also announced an auction of the Greenbrier to collect the remaining $20 million they were owed of a $140 million promissory note on which Justice had defaulted. How could Justice, having bought the Greenbrier out of bankruptcy for $20 million in 2009, now be at risk of losing it? Because, over a long career of breaking contracts, defying court orders, slow-paying bills, and paying old loans with new ones, Justice has worn out every lender he has dealt with. In the Greenbrier case, $49 billion New York City private equity firm Fortress Investment Group bought the $20 million defaulted loan, which is junior to Carter's claims, and called off the resort's auction. Fortress was co-founded in 1998 by billionaires Wes Edens, Mike Novogratz, and others. In 2017, billionaire Masayoshi Son's SoftBank Vision Fund bought 90% of the Fortress for $3.3 billion. SoftBank sold the stake in 2023 for about $3 billion to Mubadala Investment, the $300 billion sovereign wealth fund of the United Arab Emirates, making this oil-rich Islamic monarchy one of Senator Justice's most important benefactors. Michael Pushkin, a member of the West Virginia House of Delegates and chair of the state Democratic Party, says, quote, he owes these folks something, and all of a sudden we find out they're foreign nationals. He's going to be beholden to these folks. For full coverage, check out Christopher Hellman's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.